How's it going, you guys? It's your host, Daisha, and I am back with another inspirational episode. Not just with a guest, but I am solo again, y'all. Now, I told you guys, if I not only made a promise to you guys, I'm also going to make the promise and keep it to myself that no matter what, no matter how tired I am, no matter what's going on in life, because we're going to talk about tonight 3 ways to embrace the unexpected. Okay, so no matter what happens unexpectedly, okay, I'm still going to get on here and do my videos. Okay, so again, we all made those yearly goals, but you got to keep the promise to yourself. Okay, it's not just about letting other people down, but letting yourself down. That's the biggest thing. Because you notice you get more confidence when you keep the words to yourself. Whatever goal that you set in mind, whatever that you said, I'm going to do this no matter what. Keep that promise to yourself. So that's what I'm doing, y'all, because as you can see, my voice is a little bit hoarse right now. I actually been talking a lot this week, okay? So my voice is a little bit tired, but I'm like, you know what? I still got to record my videos because today is March 31st, you guys. It doesn't matter what the day is because these are going to be videos that you can refer to any time of the day, any time of the month, any time of the year. But it is March 31st, and believe it or not, y'all, this is my third time recording this video. Y'all know I like to keep it real. Third time recording this video. The first time I did the video, I was ready to upload for you guys. No sound. And it was like 20 minutes long. I was hot. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's meant for me to record another one. Maybe it was something there that I probably wasn't supposed to say. I'm just going to take it like that. Because like I said, things happen unexpectedly for weird reasons. I'm like, so I'm just going to record another one. I'm just going to record another one. So I'm back, y'all, with the third strike of me recording this video. And I'm going to go into 3 ways to embrace an unexpected new chapter. Are you tired of feeling, again, hopeless when things don't go as planned? Or you're devastated when things don't go according to that vision board, or not just yet, something else gets in the way before you get to this? Well, if that's you, I'm here to give you 3 ways to embrace the unexpected, okay? And like I said, while I'm healing, I'm going to be taking you kings, my divine masculines, okay? Y'all weren't expecting it. Y'all was going to say the girls first. Yes, divine feminines too. But this is not only just for us divine feminines. This is for the divine masculines as well. So pay attention, okay? Pay attention. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time. But again, these 3 things I'm going to talk about, again, is going to give you 3 ways to embrace an unexpected new chapter. Because I got some exciting news I can't wait to share with you guys. But I'm not going to talk about it just yet. So y'all got to stay tuned for that. Because I'm going to do a whole little episode on that, you guys. Some exciting news, brand new chapter in my life. And like I said, I'm going to be taking my babies with me, y'all. Okay? So anyway, we'll talk about that in another episode. But as you guys know, or for those who don't know, I like to start every episode when I do my solo episodes with a quote of the month. And also, I want to thank the higher power for allowing us to be here right now and just giving us the space for this video to find the right person. So thank you, higher power, whoever you believe in, for bringing us here. And like I said, if you're divine and you are fine, you are welcome here, okay? So again, you guys, but no, this is something that I hope finds the right people. Somebody who's feeling lost, somebody who's feeling unsure, somebody who is currently feeling down right now because the plan didn't just go as it was planned. The plan didn't go as it's planned. So if so, again, this video is for you. All right. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time because as I mentioned, y'all, this is my third time recording this video. So this time we're going to get it right and it's going to upload. Okay, you guys? All right. So you might hear Sade playing in the back. You know, I'm setting the vibe. And before I go into the chapter really quick, make sure your home is your sacred space. Whether that's, you know, lighting a candle, making sure your dishes are clean, making sure you got a nice smell, some flowers, maybe you playing, you know, some music after you get home from a long day or even when it's not a long day. This is where the creative juices flow. This is where I get into my sacred space. I get into my meditative, you know, energy, my feminine energy. I do my hair, I do my makeup, I step into that divine feminine mode. All right. And your home should be just that. So wherever you're living, if there's not peace, or you feel you don't feel safe, or you feel like you can't think clearly, we got to fix that. We got to fix that because whether that's you need to clean up, because again, cleanliness is next to, yeah, It's next to that. So if something ain't right, we got some energy in there we gonna have to clear out. Because again, like I said, you want to have a clean environment. You can think clearly. You can, you just feel like that dude or that girl. You got to have your home, your sacred space. So whatever that consists of for you, make it peaceful, make it clean. Okay, make the energy divine. All right. Okay. So anyway, we got that out the way, but that's another episode. How to make your home a sacred space. So stay tuned for that, y'all. But we're going to go into 3 ways to embrace an unexpected new chapter, okay? Because I got some exciting news. As I mentioned, I cannot wait to share with y'all. But you have to stay tuned for that, okay? All right, so as I mentioned, I like to start with a quote. Sometimes a chapter we didn't plan becomes a story we were meant to tell. Again, sometimes the chapter that we didn't plan becomes the story we were meant to tell. So you never know. Maybe you be getting used as a vessel for your story to inspire somebody else. You never know years from now why you're going through what you're going through. You may be talking to millions of people. You may be a motivational speaker. You may end up becoming a celebrity. You may end up becoming an entrepreneur. And you got to tell your story to maybe your daughter, your son, or to some little kid who also had a dream, how you overcame what you overcame. So don't get devastated, again, if something happens to you, because like I said, y'all, in the last episode, we are being divinely guided. Okay, so keep that in mind. Only the strong survive. All right. Okay, so anyway, that's that. 3 ways to embrace an unexpected new chapter. Because I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time tonight. As y'all can see, my voice is a little bit raspy. Okay, so let me take a little sip. And by the way, shout out to Brewmate, you guys, for giving me this amazing cup. I love it. So thank you again, Brewmate. All right, shout out to Brewmate for this one. Yes, this cup is amazing, y'all. You can actually lock the straw and nothing comes out. Love that. All right. Anyways, get back to the quote. Okay, guys. So number 1, release the need to control everything. I'm going to say it again. Release the need to control everything. Okay. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay. Not every chapter will follow your plan. Not everything on your vision board is going to happen according to your timeline. And that's okay. Okay? Sometimes a detour is the direction. Sometimes growth begins the moment we allow life to move differently than we expected. The moment of the journey begins the moment we allow things to flow. Not forcing, not getting upset, not, again, going a different direction because it's not the direction that we planned, but just being in that energy and letting everything just happen as it's supposed to be. Because everything happens for a reason. So again, release the need to control everything. Me, I'm the type of person, y'all, I like to be in control, okay? But in a good way. I'm a Taurus, so I feel like I know what's best for me. And becoming aware of these things, because when you're conscious, you become aware to certain habits and different things that you probably wouldn't be conscious to unless you really started doing more research and getting to know yourself. And I was like, wait. Like, I noticed I kind of like to be in control of my life or what I feel like is best for me. And they say Tauruses are stubborn. So that was something I had to outgrow, like, because I became aware of it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm 100% over it. Because like I said, I do like to be in control of, again, my business, my life, or just things that I feel like I know is best, but I'm not like crazy about it. Now it's like, okay, I want to do this because I know that this is going to go well. I've already done it before. That's one thing. But it's like, if I'm doing everything that's aligned with those actions, I'm eating right. I'm putting out the right energy. You know what I mean? I'm going according to this plan, but it still doesn't turn out as you want it to go. I'm going to release the need to control that, because it's like, listen, I did everything I was supposed to do. I'm walking in a divine feminine energy. I'm putting out good energy. So I'm expecting good energy back. And I thought I was going to get this result, but it turned out as this. Now, I don't know the reason behind this, but there's a reason, y'all, behind everything. Okay. A reason behind everything. And like I said, it's meant to make you stronger. So keep that in mind, y'all. Okay. It is meant to make you stronger. Release the need to control everything. Whether that's, again, going on a trip and trying to plan every single moment. Okay, now this one was a big one for me. Like when I love to travel, I used to have an itinerary, y'all. And people who know me know, like I like to plan. You know, I have a vision board. I do it every year. You know what I mean? But to be honest, again, the things that we would do when I would go on these trips, you know, with my friend or my partner, and that were unexpected, turned out to be the most exciting times. And that's what makes life colorful. I mean, you don't want to live like a robot. Okay, you're going to do this by this age, that by that age. How many things have we planned to do by a certain age and wasn't able to do it because something else happened? But then you look back and you're like, oh, okay, okay. I see why that happened. I see why that happened. That's the energy you got to bring. That's the energy you got to bring. Because life is unexpected. It's how you look at things. You literally have the power to create any reality in your life. It's all about the way you handle stuff. So imagine something bad happening and you let it take you out. And next thing you know, the good thing that was supposed to happen from that don't even end up happening because you don't let the detour take you down. No, baby. We can't do that. We got to learn how to embrace those unexpected moments because that's when the most exciting times happen, even if it's tough. Trust y'all, there's a rainbow at the end of that tunnel. There's a brighter side to everything. And it might not be on your time. That's okay. Again, I got things on my vision board. I'm just now seeing it start in fruition to come into reality. For those who don't know what fruition means. I'm just now seeing these things happen. I'm like, okay, about time. Because, man, I thought your girl was gone for a minute. No, but seriously, y'all, that's how you got to take this game of life. Otherwise, this stuff will take you out. Life is a game. And like I said, that's what makes it exciting. You can't let this stuff take you out, make you crash out. Okay, you can't do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be cooked. As my nieces will say, they're like 7 and 8. They love using the word cooked. But no, I'm serious. You will be cooked. You gotta make this life. You know, you gotta make it a game. You gotta embrace these moments, the good and the bad. Because again, when you release the need to control everything, going back to number one, release the need to control everything. Oh my goodness, y'all, life is so beautiful. Now you want to have some type of plan, but long as you know you did everything right, you put out the right energy, and maybe it still went in a different direction. I tried to control as much as I could, but I'm not going to do is let it take me out. Because like I said, I got some new stuff going on. I cannot wait to share with y'all. And I'm just learning to embrace the need to control everything. Because again, when you tap into the divine and you are consistent with your meditation, y'all, meditation has changed my life. Praying has changed my life. Like I said, just really tap into that feminine energy and just getting to know myself a little bit more. You release the need to control everything because like I said, you become aware, you're conscious, you're woke to these things. And like I said, I realized that I used to have a need to want to plan and control everything. But it's like when you allow yourself to, have a plan, have a vision, an idea of where you want to go. But while you're doing those action steps, okay, to get to that end result and things may take a left turn, you just got to go with it. Because there's a reason behind that. It is a reason behind that. So release the need to control everything. If y'all don't do anything this year, release the need to control everything, okay? Just learn to kind of, like I said, go with the flow. Whether that's a relationship, a relationship not going as planned, whether that's moving to a city that didn't go as planned, whether that's, like I said, a job that didn't go as planned. You thought you would be at this job forever. It's a reason behind it. So trust divine timing. You may have gotten fired for a reason. You may have lost that relationship for a reason. You may didn't travel the time that you was meant to for a reason. So embrace the need to control everything. Again, you can control as much as you want. Have an idea of where you're going. But like I said, if you do everything that aligns with those steps and you're putting out good energy and it still decides to take a left turn, okay. Be like, all right. Okay, because there's a reason behind this. Now I'm just trusting the process. So tap in, divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay. All right. Number 2, because I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Okay. Number 2, focus on the lesson, not the disruption. So again, focus on the bigger picture, the brighter side of things. Do y'all know somebody, again, who's just always looking at the negative? Oh, now what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about that? Have you ever thought about, like I said, your mind can create whatever reality that you want it to create. It's all how you look at things, right? So focus on the lesson, not the disruption, right? That's the positive side of things, because we can easily think about the negative thing. Oh my God, like I just got fired from this job. What am I going to do? How am I going to pay my bills? Oh, I just lost my man. Oh my, all my friends are going to be laughing at me. Oh my goodness, y'all. I just lost my girl. What am I going to do now? Now I'm heartbroken. Another woman is never going to love me. Okay. Come on now. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Have you ever thought about looking at the positive side of things? It's a mind game. It's a mind shift. Because remember, it's law of attraction. I mean, we if you listen, if you actually listen, you can listen to the audiobook or read the 48 Laws of Power. It talks about avoiding the unhappy and the unlucky, right? We know those people who just bad stuff always happens to them. And if you think about it on a deeper level, because I'm always kind of paying attention to just energy and people, and also as I'm learning along the way, because I've been in the dark times as well. You got to go through the dark to get to the light, y'all. That's, look, I got a lot of episodes for y'all. Okay, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I mean, those people who always have a lot of negative things happen to them, right? Avoiding the unhappy and avoiding the unlucky is huge. So that's another conversation itself as well. But if you ever thought about it, the people who the negative stuff always happens to, how do they look at life? They're not the most positive, right? They're always complaining. At least this is just what I observed. Now, your story could be different. They're always complaining. They're always got something negative to say. They're never looking at the brighter sides of things, because it's a game, y'all, to this game of life. Everything is spiritual. All right. You put out what you get back. And good energy is contagious, just like bad energy is contagious. So instead of focusing on a lesson, so instead of focusing on a disruption, focus on a lesson. That's looking at the brighter side of things. When they try to get you to go low, because life is going to test you all the time. All the time, something's going to happen. You go higher. You know what? I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to flip the switch. And instead of thinking about the negative side of things, I'm going to look at the positive and watch your life turn around. Again, I'm telling you, y'all, I've been there where I always thought about I've thought about the negative. Oh, why me? Why did this happen to me? And just more bad stuff just start coming at you. Now, next thing you know, you start putting that energy towards other people. Then they come at you and it's just a downhill spiral. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. Because again, when you adjust to anything that happens that wasn't planned or was unexpected, the disruption, and focus on the lesson, and again, you'll be like, okay, all right. I don't know why this is happening. If you want to talk to the higher power, whatever spiritual God you talk to, because to be honest, if you don't have a spiritual power or just somebody higher that you talk to, it's going to be a tough world. So whoever that is to you, you talk to that person, whether that's, again, God, your ancestors, Jehovah, the universe, whoever it is that you consistent, find you a higher power to talk to. Okay. And focus on the lesson. Be like, I don't know why this is happening to me, but I trust you. I'm gonna still wake up with a smile on my face. I'm gonna go to that job. I'm gonna pack my stuff. Thank y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. I don't know why this is happening, but you know what? Thank you for your time here. Peace. I'm out. Because you never know, y'all. It might be something bigger on the other side of that door. And I also believe in like leaving with grace, you know? I don't believe in being on bad terms with people, whether that's a relationship, whether that's, and that's just me, a relationship, whether a job, because I used to didn't always be this way. Remember, it's a journey. It's a journey. But like I said, I just don't believe in being on negative terms with people. So, I always leave with grace. That's even if somebody was negative to you, again, they go low, you go high. Thank you for this opportunity. It just probably wasn't meant to be. Relationships. Thank you for this relationship, the time we had together. You may be better for somebody else, and that's okay. If the guy doesn't want to marry you, maybe God got somebody else for you planned. Somebody better. Your journey's different. If the woman doesn't want to be with you, maybe he got a better woman for you, a better baddie lined up. Okay, somebody who you're gonna start a family with. You never know. Or maybe y'all are meant to be, but maybe the time is not right. You're meant to have individual paths separately, and you're meant to learn some stuff differently before you're meant to reconnect. Trust in divine timing. Maybe the time is not right now, but don't crash out. So focus on the lesson, because again, unexpected seasons, and I told you I'm looking at the laptop because I don't have this memorized. This is all off the top of my head, but I'm going over like the bullet points. So bear with me, y'all. But unexpected seasons often reveal your strength, your clarity, and growth that you didn't know you had. And you're going to come back better. You're going to come back stronger. You're going to come back finer. Because it's only up from here. We ain't going down, y'all. We are not going down. Listen, how they leave you ain't going to be how they see you when you get back. Come on now. Don't let it take you out. You're not weak. You're strong. So keep that in mind. You better get finer. You better go hit that gym. You better go read them books. You better get in that Bible or get in that, whatever spiritual practice or whatever, however you ground yourself to be at peace. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay. King, queen. So yeah, like, don't listen. It's only up from here. So whatever situation you go through, focus on the lesson after disruption. Okay, I'm meant to go. Have you ever thought about maybe I'm meant to have better? You so focused on that little job, that relationship ending. Maybe it's just not the right time, or maybe something bigger is there. I had a situation where I was, and I'm not gonna take up too much of your time, y'all. I know we got one more after this, and then I'm out. I had one situation where I went to this car dealership, for example, and I really wanted this Honda. Like, I don't know why. I've always loved nice things, but this was just like, I just needed a car. It was like my second car. Thankfully my mom bought my first car. My second car, I was like, you know what? I'm a boss. I'm living in LA. I'm 19. I can't, but I'm gonna get me a car. So I seen this Honda. It was like a new Honda. And I really wanted this Honda, y'all. It was nice. I just really wanted me a nice car, because my first car was an Impala. Yeah, it was an Impala. And that car, oh man, that was a car. That car got me around. It got me my auditions, it got me around. So anyway, yeah, I wanted this Honda. That was my second car that I was gonna buy by myself. And I didn't get approved. I was hurt. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, are you kidding me? Like, what happened? Like, oh my goodness. Like, why am I not getting approved? And I could have easily crashed out. I could have stopped looking for a good car. Like, you know what? Nobody's going to approve me. If I didn't get approved for a Honda, who else is going to approve me? Gonna approve me. Y'all. Next car I got was a brand new Lexus. And I got approved for that on the spot. On the spot. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let yourself crash out, because you never know what the divine has in store for you. A brand new Lexus. I was the first one in it. Off the lot. Off the lot. This is a true story. So I'm like, wait. Ain't no way. There's no way, y'all, that I didn't get approved for a Honda and now I got approved for a brand new Lexus. But that's what I'm saying. Trust in the divine. One thing about me, my resilience, y'all, I'm not going to give up. all that. It's like, and I wasn't, and again, you have those times where you're like, okay, let me just cry it out. I'm gonna cry it out because I'm strong, y'all, but I'm also like, I can be a crybaby at times. Okay. I cry and then I come back. I'm like, all right, now you done cried it out. Let's get back in the game. Now let's get back in the race. So, I cried it out and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna still keep going. All right. Y'all want to play with me? I'm gonna still keep going. I'm gonna get me a new car because I had to get out of that Impala, y'all. That Impala was, I would pull up to see my boyfriend and he would be like, oh, baby, we got to get you a new car. This car is like, whoo, that car was, it got me around though. I was thankful. I had my wheels, but, yeah, it was a car. Um, yeah, I got approved for that Lexus and that was just an example of keep going. Focus on the lesson, not the disruption. And it's a reason behind everything. And I showed, and that lesson from that, the positive to kind of summarize all this up was, again, don't give up. Do not give up. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, no matter what disrupts your life or tries to come at you, that's life. And that's what makes it interesting too. I always think back, like, I remember I was in that Honda. I mean, I was in that Impala. I didn't get the Honda. I was in that Impala riding around, and now I got me a brand new car and I'm comfortable. My seats is heated. I'm super thankful because it wasn't always like that, y'all. It wasn't always like that. I don't got to worry about my car breaking down. So, just keep going. Don't let it take you out. Stay strong. Because like I said, there might be something brighter at the end of that tunnel. And that's with anything. Okay. So instead of resisting change, I said, ask yourself what the moment is revealing about your strength, purpose, and direction. And to summarize again, all that up, it told me being resilient is something that you got to keep doing no matter what. Don't crash out. Do not give up. Because like I said, it's always a reason behind something ending or something not going as planned. Okay. So focus on the lesson, the positive, not the disruption. Okay. So that's number 2. Focus on the lesson, not the disruption. All right. Number 3, y'all, last but not least, because we got to wrap this up. Okay. And as I mentioned, this is kind of flowing all in one, but trust that this chapter has a purpose. Okay. So as I said, I got some exciting news. I cannot wait to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, what feels unexpected today may be preparing you for the life you were always meant to live. What feels unexpected or challenging today is prepping you for the life you were always meant to live. Who wants to live a boring life? Have you ever thought about that? Like, dang, like, sometimes I'll be thinking, like, I wish my life was so simple. But then I look back, like, that was a fun time, though. Like, man, like getting over that or getting through that was tough because life is meant to be lived. It's a roller coaster. If people don't know, when you get to a success level, you're already up there. So what else is there to accomplish? It's about climbing that journey, building that mountain, that house, brick by brick. That is what makes life exciting. That is what makes life exciting, right? So again, what feels unexpected today may be prepping you for a life you were always meant to live. Unexpected turns, unexpected moments, storytelling. Maybe you're going to write a book one day. Yes, divine masculine, divine feminine. Maybe you will write a book one day. Because I know I got a lot to tell in this lifetime. I'm like, oh my goodness. I got so much to tell about what this life was like. Man, was it a journey. But that's what makes life life. You might be telling this story to your grandkids, your kids. That's what makes life life. So it's how many people, like I said in the last episode, that are successful that end up committing suicide because what else is there to do? What else is there to do? I got the money. I got this. I got the relationship. I got fans, people who, and that's a whole another episode, but people who claim they're there, but they're not really there, and I'm still not happy. Well, that's because, again, you're not tapped into, one, that higher energy, but also, two, you're not living a life of overcoming, of resilience. That's what makes life really life. So don't crash out. Embrace it. The ups and downs, okay? So even when life surprises us, as I ended, it may be guiding us towards something greater than what we imagine. So trust what feels unexpected is actually divine alignment. Okay? So again, trust what feels unexpected is actually divine alignment. Every day I'm like, please use me. Listen, in my life, y'all, it's always something going on. You know, I've lived in so many different places, and I've learned something from every place that I've lived in. I'm always traveling to different cities. You know, I've I've crossed paths with a lot of different people, and I'm not saying relationship wise, you know, because I've only been in long term relationships. So I'm saying over the years, the places that I've traveled, I met friends literally everywhere who I'm still in touch with till this day, and I'm learning from them. Even some that I don't even talk to anymore. It's like, okay, like I learned so much from that situation, you know. So sometimes again, the chapter we didn't plan is the one that actually serves our greater purpose. So again, I just want to say, y'all, again, embrace the unexpected, embrace the unknown. That's what make life colorful. And like I said, just tap into that energy, that higher power, and just let it guide you. You know, because like I said, there's so many exciting new things I cannot wait to talk to you guys about. So again, to summarize this up real quick, I'm going to go over again. Number 1, release the need to control everything. Number 2, focus on the lesson, not the disruption. And number 3, trust that this chapter has a purpose. Okay, let me fix my mic. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me still. So I don't want, again, to record another episode and y'all can't hear me. I was hot. Anyways, but no, I love you guys. So like I said, as always, continue to breed love. And yeah, y'all, I got a lot of, exciting new things to talk to you guys about. So I'm going to be doing another one for April. And I'm going out the country. So I'm not going to tell you where I'm going yet. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to be recording, and I'm going to be doing a vlog and putting together that while I am there as well. Okay. So I'm excited to take you guys on this journey this year and keep my word as I promised. Even though it's tough, I see my voice came back a little bit. My voice was going out in the beginning, y'all. It's been a long day. So I do gotta wrap this up. But I love you guys so much. So hopefully this episode does find the right person. And like I said, y'all, we are in this together. You got this, baby. Let's go Q2. We're in the 4th month of the year. But Q2, we're going into Q2. All right. So again, if Q1 didn't go as planned, we got time for Q2 to get back on track and to make this the most exciting, most aligned quarter or year of them all. It's never too late to change, y'all. So keep that in mind. I love you guys. All right. And I will see y'all again with the next episode with another inspirational topic and some more inspirational words of wisdom. Ciao.